Hey guys, Derek here, and today we're going to talk about debunking the white food myth. We're going to talk about the bad white foods, good white foods, some of the stuff that's going on out there, and debunk some of the myths, okay? So, first of all, there's a lot of white foods out there that have been given a bad rap with good reason. They're basically processed white foods that have been stripped of all their good stuff and overstuffed with bad carbohydrates. And they've been associated with health conditions such as obesity and type 2 diabetes. But we can't generalize all of the white foods in our world of food as bad. And I'm going to go through some of the white foods that are good and tell you what they are and show you how you can incorporate those into your diet. So let's talk about the white foods that are bad for you. Okay, so you're probably thinking of things like bagels, bread, crackers, tortillas, cereal, cake, pastas, pastries, rice. All that stuff's white, and it's been stripped of all of its good nutrients, and they are not good for you. There are many good white colored foods for you as well, such as dairy, like low-fat milk, low-fat cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, foods like eggs, fish, cauliflower, onions, certain fruits and beans, and even potatoes, if eaten in moderation. Okay, so let's take a look at this and see what we've got here. So let's look at the bad whites. So what are the bad white foods, or why are they white? So most of the bad foods that are white and processed and heavily refined don't start out that way. And a prime example of that is flour. Flour is not normally white. We strip the outside of it and basically strip all of the nutrients and fiber from it to make it white. Okay, it has almost zero nutritional value, similar to white sugar. Sugar doesn't start out white, it's got a color to it. And a lot of the times we do these things so that they look nicer. Okay, but the nutritional value is in the toilet. Okay, and once we strip the white flour, for example, I like to use that as an example, we enrich it with minerals and vitamins. Okay, now it's just like supplementing minerals and vitamins. It's never the same as what you're going to actually get from the whole food. Also, they don't put the fiber back in. And the peel, or the outside, or the shell, is where all your fiber comes from. It's just like when you eat fruits and vegetables. If you constantly peel your vegetables and fruits, you're losing a lot of the fiber that comes with that particular food. Okay. One of the problems with the body is it absorbs these simple sugars that are found in these white foods really easily, and that bumps up your insulin levels and creates all kinds of other problems. And one of the things that it does is it causes you to overeat. Okay? So, a bunch of different things that the bad white foods do that are bad for you. So, let's go over some of the things again that aren't so good for you. So, stuff like bagels, breads, crackers, tortillas, cereal is horrible. Cake, pasta, pancakes. I mean, cake and pancakes, pretty self-explanatory. Pastries and white rice. Okay, there are forms of rice, brown rice, sprouted rice, stuff like that is good for you, but white rice has almost zero nutritional value. They're just empty carbs, okay? So remember that. When you put these foods into your body, it fills your belly for a short time, and then because they lack that fiber that we were talking about, you don't feel full for very long. So just like what I said, you end up overeating. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. The good whites. So the white color in food doesn't necessarily make it bad. Okay, for example, reduced fat dairy. It's naturally white. Okay, and it's rich in all kinds of nutrients and calcium and stuff like that. Alliums are power-packed white foods. These have all kinds of antioxidant properties and are really good for you, like garlic and onion and leeks and shallots. White fruits and veggies. Okay, cauliflower, obviously that's a white vegetable. But apples, pears, and mushrooms are all white as well. If you take the peel off of apples and pears, it's white on the inside. Okay, and mushrooms are actually white. Okay, all really good for you, right? Let's talk about white meats, such as fish, right? Haddock, flounder, tilapia, and cod are great forms of fish that are really good for you. High in omega-3s. You get your good oils and stuff like that from them. Fantastic. Potatoes are white, and they're okay to eat, but in moderation. And if you're going to eat them, man, eat them with the skin on. That's the way to do it, because that's where all your fiber is. That's where a lot of the vitamins and minerals and nutrients are. Okay? So remember that. White beans like cannelloni, navy, great northern, and black-eyed peas all are chock full of great nutrients and vitamins and minerals and fiber. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. This is a quick one today, just to let you know that not all white foods are bad, but the things that you want to avoid are the things that we went over. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Resolutions. All right, so here it is. What's the resolution? So how do we get around this? Stay away from the crap. Stay away from highly processed white foods such as bread, bagels, crackers, cake, white pasta, pastries, and white rice. Okay? Whole wheat pastas, quinoa pasta, there's all kinds of different pastas out there. You don't have to eat white pasta. Breads, if you're going to get bread, get a sprouted grain bread. That should be the first ingredient. Sprouted grains, okay? It's really hearty, gets caught in your teeth. Must mean it's good for you. Stick to white foods that are not empty carbs. So stick to white, low-fat varieties, obviously, of milk, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt. Get your eggs. I mean, egg whites and yolks are awesome for you. Fish, cauliflower, onions, certain fruits, beans, and potatoes in moderation. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. There's lots of white foods out there that are good for you. Stay away from the crap, and you'll be doing yourself a favor. If you have a lot of it in your diet, you would be surprised and amazed at taking that junk out of your pantry, getting it out of your house, how much of an impact that will have on your weight loss without doing anything else. Okay, so some good tips. I hope you get something out of that, and we'll talk to you soon. Get after it. Take care.